Welcome you all for another session on undergraduate mixed scholarship for this 2022, the application and the guidelines. As I said in the previous video, I'm going to focus on the College of Technology in this session. Like remaining STC and another completely bachelor studies, I'll be making 2 more short videos. Unfortunately, I planned to complete early, but my system got crashed when I was upgrading the memory, internal memory. So it was unfortunate. Even if you can see this, the lower thirds also it is changed because I lost my backup data, and somehow I had recovered some of the data. I think that's fine. So the previous video, I think you might have understood that the College of Technology or the specialized training course or the undergraduate course is similar to ITI course or the training course or diploma course or bachelor's course with context to Indian scenario. So the some of them, I think some of you people you understood very well how to try and whether to consider the other options or not. And some of the people you have asked some more doubts, such as like the application guidelines or some column doubts. That, as I said, I will cover in this coming videos. I think I'll complete it today, tomorrow, so that you can make use of this content. So let's start with the session today. The session is I'm focusing on this College of Technology, the second option. What you can see here. So you can see here. So the first option, the first option you have already seen. No, I have briefly explained about first option. This one, undergraduate students and College of Technology students, specialized training students. So I'll keep it this way. Yeah, I think now it is better for you so that you can see when I was commenting. Yeah. So this one I'm talking about, this undergrad students we have seen already. We are going to see that this College of Technology. Now we are going to see. So College of Technology code, before going, is there any updates or no? Nothing is there. Just here you can see the deadline is 28 April. Starting with April 20, and this is for 2022 admissions. So up to 15 approximately it is there, and this will lead to associate degree diploma course. So let's go in details. So you can see here, this is the basic notification. So you can see the way I am reading also, it will be helpful for you. That's why I am saying like try to understand and try to know more details whenever you work on certain procedures or certain applications. It is very much advisable. It will be helpful in a multiple ways. So now you can see here, this is application guidelines. The application guidelines will open in another tab, and then this is again there is a full details about this College of Technology. We should know before applying. You should understand more so that you will be able to apply very nicely the opportunities. So the age, as you can see here, you must be born on or after 1997. That is age limit is there, so you can consider that age limit. In India, 1997 means probably 3 years plus 10 years, 2010 and 2021, 11, 21 and 24 years. So I think this is very high. So most of the people will fall into the range, no issue. And the field of study, you can see here choose the preferred field of study among A to Z, A to H here. That is mechanical, electrical, electronics, and information. It is similar to the diploma courses I told, right? This is ocean engineering, maritime engineering, and other fields. It is similar to diploma courses in India. Like it is almost engineering courses, but you will not go so deeper. But you will earn the similar studies like bachelor's first year courses. And the specialized training course you will find again similar, analogous to our diploma and ITI courses. So I'll share that details. So choose the preferred major elements and then these things. I'll open this also. So qualifications and conditions. In addition to the qualifications and conditions listed in the guidelines, minimum of 65% at 12th grade are required. Preference will be given to the candidates with Japanese language proficiency. So this is the cutoff range. Mostly it is very competitive. So if you are below this 65 marks, they may even directly reject it without going further, because they have to review thousands of applications. So I don't think they'll see, even if you have more other credentials and all, I don't think they'll look at it. So better you try if you are more than having 65% the score in the 12th grade. The term of scholarship you can see from April 22 to 26, including 1 year preparatory intensive courses of Japanese language. The Japanese affairs, language, maths and other subjects needed to prepare. Let me read out in a better way this same sentence. So you can see here, I'll just type it out. So let me read out in a better sense. So from April 22 to April 26, that means 22 to 26, it is 23, 24, 25, 26, 4 years. It is a 4 years duration, and including 1 year preparatory course, that is 1 year, the first year including the preparatory course, that is intensive courses of Japanese language and Japanese affairs, mathematics and other subjects. So you can understand this like a diploma 3 years course, and here they are giving 1 year additional to make sure that you are almost to the same level of language and understanding of the Japanese students. So you need to learn the Japanese language and the Japanese affairs, the mathematics and other subjects you have to learn for the bachelor's course, for this diploma course. For scholarship grantees major in maritime engineering, their scholarship period will be 4 years and half years. So that is, it is taking on 6 more months extra. So you can understand the requirement is like that. It is like the ocean engineering, the project work may take more time. I'm not sure. I'm just anticipating based on my observations. So that's how. So you can think the duration of the course. Even you can try in the second year bachelor's if you don't get after plus 2. Or the first year bachelor's, still you will get you can get this course. Let's go more details. So where we are here at this one. The maximum number of seats approximately 15, which will be recommended to the embassy in Tokyo. Then they will again screen final list. Mostly it might be same. I don't think it will be more lesser than that. So application documents described in the guidelines do not use forms for the previous years, because of the COVID. The forms are specific to this year, so don't use the old forms. Try to use these forms only. Let's see that also. I am opening certificate of health, sample format of recommendation. Since the board examinations are postponed, or separate detailed recommendation letter from your current school shall be used to assess the candidates. So the board exam, because of the COVID it was affected, so you can upload this certificate so that they may consider this year. Usually you should have the credits in hand, but this year they are given this provision. Consulate these are the consulates you can approach for the clarifications. This is the Japanese Consulate and Culture website, and this is a Kolkata website. On the schedule of screening, you can see the deadlines. 28 May 2021, application screening 1st June. Notification of shortlisted is there. You can see these details. So these are important. Try to remember. And let's go to the guidelines. So what the guidelines says, you can see here in this window here. The guidelines. Yeah. So the College of Technology, I have already, before going for guidelines, let's know what is College of Technology course here. So the College of Technology, you can see here, course and offers advanced education programs to develop hands-on engineers with world-class expertise and ability to handle the latest technology. There is a focus on lab work, practical work, hands-on exercises, as well as the acquisition of advanced theoretical knowledge. So this is similar to what we see here in diploma courses and in India. Although the most departments are related to engineering field, there are mercantile marine departments that aim to develop mariners. Graduates of COSEN are awarded as associate degrees. So your College of Technology or COSEN, they call it this way. So they both are same. Then these features, after 5 years of curriculum, 2 years of advanced course is offered to provide high level of education. This is like after 4-5 years course. This if you learn, if you get this course, you will be like a second BTech to 2 more years BTech, so that you will be eligible to get into masters. Like that, this 2 more years you can. If you can get good scores, you can extend your scholarship and complete the study. That provision is there. A student who has successfully completed 2-year advanced course after his or graduation from the College of Technology will be awarded bachelor's degree if she or he passes the administered by an IAD QE. So that is a highly possible. So if you don't get jobs or something, you can choose to continue. For that, you should be aware that you should get good grades in the earlier studies. So keep track of that academic credentials. So individuals, the eligibility for transfer of admission, this is there. You can see here details. Application process, in case of government sponsored international students, you can apply for Japanese mixed scholarship through Japanese embassy in your country, as application process differs across the countries. So that's what they are saying. It is slightly different for each countries. In case of the privately financed students, the application process of school application form, financial form, medical report and medical examination and others. So for those who wanted to study as a self-financed student, you can try for this also. For details, please check the website of COSEN Institute, one of the COSEN Institute. COSEN National Institute of Technology is an independent administrative organization that manages COSEN. So you can check the details. Entrance exam as of 2019, COSEN Institute uses the following criteria to holistically evaluate an applicant and determine whether or not accept them. So these are the scores they will evaluate and they will conduct the examination. So you can see that. So this is what my topic of highlight for this one I would like to explain. So career path after graduation. So whatever you do, so what will happen after your the course? That is the important criteria, right? We'll think like what you will do, what you will become and all. So you can see this one. The graduates of the COSEN can either choose to work or continue the studies at another school. Some graduates receive over 20 job offers. That means job offers for diploma students, it is higher, that's saying. That is true even in India also. You can find many jobs for diploma graduates because they are the persons who are along with the ITI graduates, they will be working more on the instruments directly. Many graduates of COSEN move on to do further research and innovation or to manufacturing industries to apply the knowledge and skills they acquired. So there is example. One of my bachelor's teacher, he was a lecturer. He did a diploma in India, and then he went to BTech, and then he went to MTech in IISc. And then he came back to teaching. Again, he went to steel plant in one of the steel plant, reputed steel plant. Likewise, you can choose to go for higher education and come back, or else you can get the job and go for settled life. So it's up to your choice. Many international students who graduate from COSEN transfer to national universities. So that is you can see here. So lower secondary schools, and then you will enter into the year 1. This is +1, +2 you can call it. And then this is 3 years the course. This preparatory course and 3 years course. If you complete these 3 courses, you can enter to bachelor's education. Again, if you complete the 2 more years, you can go into master's education. Or else you can go to employment directly, or else you can go to employment after 2 years. So again, you can go for doctoral course in the left side, as you can see here. And upper secondary schools, COSEN accept international students from the 3rd year onwards. That means after +2, this is +2 only. You can compare that +2. Yeah. So that is about these details. More details better try to understand. It will give you more motivation for you, so that you will put more efforts in your application and further plans. That's my suggestion. Then further, let's go to the application guidelines. So the field of study, as I said, that is all similar to engineering domains. You can see here. So choose prepared the courses from these areas, that is these sections, and preparatory education and study at the College of Technology. Preparatory education, each grantee will be enrolled at preparatory education institution designated by MEXT for the first year of the scholarship period. The preparatory course is 1 year intensive course in the Japanese language, Japanese affairs. This I just told, these courses, the first year syllabus. The grantees who have completed the preparatory course will go to the College of Technology designated by MEXT, that is the intermediate colleges, plus one, diploma colleges. If a grantee is determined to be incapable of completing the course, scholarship will be cancelled. That is, so you can understand that issue. If a grantee cannot enter to college even after the preparatory course, it will be cancelled. That is the basic logic only. So the College of Technology, I think this you can read further. Yeah, no objection this one. The College of Technology operates under 5-year course requiring graduation from junior high school for entrance, but the grantees for this scholarship will be enrolled in the 3rd year of the course at the College of Technology and receive specialized education for 3 years to graduation, or 3 years and 3.5 years for major in maritime engineering. A grantee who you can understand the duration of the course will be awarded with the diploma academic title of associate. All the classes will be given in Japanese language. After 5 years course, 2 years advanced degree is offered. To provide a further level of education, grantees wish to continue, they can advance their MEXT scholarship student course as MEXT scholarship student. You can see this is what it is possible to extend if you complete the course. It is similar to masters and PhD, the upgradation of the scholarship. If grantee completes the advanced course in examination by national, this one NIADQ, National Institution for Academic Degrees and Quality Enhancement of Higher Education, a bachelor's degree. So this education ministry, you can call it the education body. So change the field of study, that is you can see the duration. Please remember that is a good thing to have good motivation, and the age and nationality, academic background. Applicants who have completed 11 years of schooling in countries other than Japan, applicants who will meet above condition by March 2020 are eligible. It is like 11 years means 10th, 11th, plus 1. So plus 2 in the middle you can apply. That's what they are saying like. So as per this condition, you can apply in the second year itself with the first year grades. And the second year, you won't be getting the, see, you can complete by March 2022, but the grades will be delayed. So they're given some recommendation letter format now. With that, you can apply for the scholarship this year if you are in a second year plus 2 intermediate. Other than the above one conditions, applicants who are eligible for transfer admission to 3rd year course at a College of Technology at the time of application. So that eligibility that is there. And Japanese language, you can see applicants must be willing to learn Japanese, interested in Japanese and culture before arriving in Japan. In addition, principal application must be willing to receive College of Technology fully Japanese course that you should be willing to learn, and then accept the situations, the culture differences, everything. Arrival in Japan, you must be able to arrive in Japan April 2022 and first week of April, and then departure from home residence should be on or before April. So you can see it is like you might be traveling in the March itself. So it may be difficult if in case you wanted to apply in the second plus 2 itself. So there is a clash between the final exams. It will be difficult. So there is a clash. Overall, based on the situations, you can consider applying which year you need to apply. Excluding cases MEXT deems as unavoidable, these applicants withdraw from scholarship. Okay, this visa requirement, non-eligibility. Those who are currently also applying for another program under the next, this includes the program which scholarship will begin FY 2021, although their final selection have not been decided yet, and other programs for which scholarship payments will begin. So if you have applied last year, you can't apply this year. If the results are out, if you are not selected, you can try. That is possible, but the results are pending, you can't apply. Those who cannot, this is fine. You can read this condition. You have to read and understand. That is a very much recommended. Don't please ask repeated doubts. It will be difficult to answer individually the same clarifications. Period of scholarship, as I said, it is from April to 2022 to March 2026, and this is for another 6 months for this maritime engineering. Extension of period of scholarship, this is possible. Outstanding academic criteria, so that you need to remember. And then traveling expenses, they will be providing traveling tickets, transportation from Japan, suspension, other scholarship. You can see selection. So the selection, these are the written academic examination to be undertaken by all applicants, field of study, and then subjects Japanese, English, Maths, and Chemistry. This for D, that is for materials engineering. You need to take these 3 courses, and A, B, C, E, F, G, that is A, B, C, E. These courses except D, you need to take these exams. That is physics will come, and H, that is other fields. You will be taking the English, Maths, and either physics or chemistry. Applicants who combine H field in this, you can see calculators and other devices may not be used during the written examination. You can see the pattern of the examinations if you the previous papers. Applications who have passed the first screening will be recommended to the next. Next will conduct second screening and select the candidates for the field of study. Applicants will be informed final selection by Japanese diplomatic by the end of the January 2022. So you have roughly, this is the 5th month, so roughly you have 7 months to complete the application, the processing to go for higher education in Japan. So these are the checklist which is required. I think these are, I don't want to read out the same thing just for the extending the time. It's not a good thing. So these are the measures and related key terms for field of study. So this one. How much is 22 minutes? So sorry, it's becoming lengthy. I will try to finish in shortly. So these are the streams what will come under these subjects. You can see, and then you can decide which to go ahead. International communication and management information engineering, that is in these things, and then plan accordingly. And then this is application form. So name, gender, this one nationality, Japanese nationality. These are all regular questions. You can answer well. So your address before Japan. These all you can answer nicely, no problem. Name of the Japanese diplomatic office. This you put whether you which is near to you, or else the embassy which you will be applying for visa. Both. Whichever you found, you can fill the details. And the present status, student, you mostly will be student. Specialized field of study in school or university. So you need to write your details, what you're studying now, basic sciences, maths and other stuff you can write. The primary education, lower secondary education, and upper secondary education, tertiary education. It should be 11 years I mentioned minimum. Have you been these are normal questions. A name of the sponsor and period of scholarship, these also you can write these things. So these choices you can fill 3 major fields. What was the trigger for having an interest in Japan? So you can fill either you should really write a good reasons, like simply I want to study, it will be good for me in future. I can be very well in a good reputed institution and a good company. That is all personal benefits. Don't try to put that way. It is similar to SOP for PG scholars, but usually you won't have that much experience. So you need to write in a way that you have studied something in, let's say, schooling. let's say you have studied some experiments, some school experiments or exhibitions, so, or you can say that you have went for some excursion and you found something about Japanese, or else you found some new techniques, or you found some anime, and then from anime you got to think about how this designing and all this animation digital technologies are happening. So these things, I mean, don't say anime alone, that is also not a good way. Try to put in a way that like animes, the way they prepare or the way they decorated the entire, the what we call that the surroundings or the atmosphere, how they build it will be very interesting. As far as I know, I have visited a few two times, so I could say that. Like that, you can write in a good reasons why you want to go to Japan, and then you write that after completing the course, it will your studies. Working in Japan in the industry, it will be very good, and you can say that basically it should be looking like, I mean, maybe not for 100%, but it is my opinion. So it should be looking like if you get the study there, you should be able to perform far better than the others, and you should prove the outcome or the best out of you, best out of you to the society and to the Japan or the Indian both sides. You can try to do something if possible. Otherwise, you can say that you can perform far better with the education system having which is in Japan. That's again, you can explore more and more into this specific subjects. Like that, you can write whichever you feel. Like if you are robotics interest or if you are into data science interest, you can say that the Japanese the industries or the institutions are implementing ahead of many of the countries. So it will be very great to learn in the same pace, and then I wanted to implement in the same pace. So for that, it will be good if I can get this scholarship. Like that, you should write in a better way. So all should be technically, you should speak. You should not speak personally. You should not speak very small things or a short thing. It's not a good thing. And even you can emphasize on culture, and you can emphasize what you can bring it for them and what you will learn from them, and what you will do the sharing and spreading of the culture details. That and all you can emphasize. And, what kinds of things do you think you can contribute to Japan and your home country through your experience of studying in Japan? So this is what I was just clubbing with this answer. So you should say that, let's say you are saying you are interested with robotics. So the robotics in Japanese system, like they in agriculture, at least whatever I have seen, they mostly use automated systems. And so whatever you learn, if it is giving some new advantage for them, it will be very good for the overall productivity. The same thing, if you develop and if you do something in the robotics, it is even possible to implement in India from Japan again, because India, the agriculture dependent country, so that the robotics application into agriculture will be very good and very booming field, you can call it. And also electronics, if you say electronics in India, the mobile electronics are very high, the developments and the applications. If you go there with your observations, with their technology, you can implement even the better versions there also. Even they have very good systems, very good advanced technologies, but the charges for mobile data and all is higher there, something like that. So you can take some technical example and then you can write about that. You can do that things if you get this course. And as considering that you are a serious person, you got this scholarship. If you are serious enough, means you will really do some good studies, not like just studying, completing the course. While doing the things, you may find something innovative in that field. Like that, you can highlight yourself. And then the skills, language ability, Japanese writing, reading, speaking, listening. Try to learn this hiragana, katakana, the Japanese language. In India, there are many schools which offers online course. Try to learn that courses. It will be very good. And it's not mandatory. They didn't say that you need to have proficiency certificate. They will anyway test you again, how much proficient you are. If you don't have also, they said you may be considered, because they are going to teach you. So there are, see, simple question. When you are asking I am having very good credentials, I don't have JLPT score or Japanese knowledge, whether I can select. It is simple actually. So why I am saying, if there are hundreds of applicants, if you are the person, you are very best, you are saying, you can't say you are best over entire the country. It may be very rare case. So if you say like that, there may be better people compared to you. They will take a balance. They don't take a risk that even though you are having good credential, so you can't say that. So you should think about that way, and then you consider whether to apply or not, whether to depend. It's up to you. Just think in a general way and a safe way. You can't simply say that a certain way that you are more eligible and you know more academic scores and I am eligible. It may be, but not sure always. So you should be careful with that. And the contact details, these are normal. So these two questions for bachelor's applications, I feel it is very important and you should try your best to answer so that you will have a higher chances of getting into first screening. Second screening, again I told no, it is a comprehensive method. We can't assure how it is going or what they are doing. It is very difficult. So you can see this one, and then this is a second question is this. So this is the second question. You can see here. I think it is getting lengthy. I think I'll stop this this one for now. Then let's see this. Close this one. Certificate of health. This is we should take in the same format what they have given. So try to get it from a reputed medical institution. So to be completed by the examining physician, please fill out print type Japanese or English. So the physician will need to fill this one. You need to fill this application. This one. This is the Japanese Master Scholarship, the exception certificate recommendation because of the board exams delayed. So you can see this this format. You can get it signed. You can try this year, the second years also, but mostly you have to go earlier, right? So you can think that if you can't go by April, it may be difficult to get the scholarship. So likewise, you can think this is one, and then yeah, this is the College of Technology we have seen already. Yeah, I think that's all. It is getting too lengthy for this video. I'll try to start the next topic, that STC, in a different video now, and then I hope I'll upload soon all these videos. So wishing